Hello you, this is a condensed guide for settings and interface in RuneScape. First, we're gonna adjust a bunch of settings and then get to the interface at the very end. You can pause the video to read more detailed explanations. Press escape to open the options, then we're gonna go to settings and straight into the graphics tab. This is mandatory, we're going to disable loading screens. Up to preference, disable roofs, bloom, and depth of field. Back into the gameplay settings, we're going into interfaces, game interaction, and enabling skip boat cutscenes. Under appearance, we're going to enable slim headers, hide title bars, and up to preference, adjust transparency. Under information windows, you might want to turn off guidance hints. Under inventory, we're going to enable shift click to drop, disable XP lamp warnings, and enable auto teleport urns. Up to preference, enable destroying all of the containers and adjust the backpack columns. On combat and action bar now, make sure the combat mode is in revolution. Legacy mode, while it is an option, is really not recommended. The action bar has a lot more uses than just combat abilities, like movement abilities, key binding spells, items, and prayers. Revolution makes it so the abilities inside the yellow box in your action bar are triggered automatically. You can change how many abilities are triggered if you want. We're going to enable automatically trigger threshold and ultimate abilities. For experienced players, it's down to preference. Under action bar, we're going to disable automatically trigger regenerate. Early game, it's optional, but disabling it later is always mandatory. You can name and add extra action bars here to show additional abilities you can keybind and click later. I'm going to rename one for necromancy. Under action bar binding now. This option will change the abilities in your action bar when you equip weapons of a different combat style. For setting it up, ignore this number. You can read it as, when you equip this weapon, it will change this action bar into this preset. I'm going to scroll down to setup 7 and add a binding. When I equip a necromancy weapon, it will change the main bar into preset 7, which is the one I named necromancy. Under combat XP now, RuneScape has no attack styles, so this is where you change which combat skill you're training. For now, let's just disable defense on all of them. Under choose option, you might want to change NPC attack options to left click. Under targeting, we're going to add a keybind to cycle target forwards. Whichever key you're fine with. Most players use tab or tilde, I use X. We're going to increase the target distance to 9 as well. Finally, out of combat, we're going into camera options now. We're going to disable camera shake. Up to preference, change the camera mode. Modern camera follows your character around smoothly, classic camera is glued to it. Freedom and Freedom Classic are the same thing as those two, but let you zoom in and out way farther. On skills and experience now. There's options for many skills here that you might want to go over later, especially construction and necromancy as you're training them, and summoning as you're using familiars for combat. This is preference anyway, but we're gonna go to virtual leveling and toggle both options on. On item drops now, make sure the area loot is enabled. This is preference, but we're going to disable single items open inventory and choose option opens inventory. Under loot beams, you might want to change the value to 1 million. On chat and social now, optional, but we're going to enable chat timestamps. Also optional, split private chat. Make sure quick chat is on. This is how you can list your boss kill count, current slayer task, or skill levels to other players, by pressing enter twice in the chat box, or 3 times for the search function. On notifications now, you might want to disable most of the D&D notifications. Their alerts for when minigames you can do for XP or loot are active. We're gonna close out of the settings now and look for the ribbon bar in your interface. It can look something like this with a bunch of icons on it. We're gonna click the rune metrics icon. If it's not there, click the pen icon in the corner to change to the default icons. Here in the metrics tab, we're going to check show precise values. Now we're going to right click these bars and hide pro features. We're gonna go to the drops tab and change drop log mode to drop and confirm. In the chat box now, you might want to click on the cog and disable profanity filter. You might also want to click on the filter and disable broadcast messages. Back onto the settings menu, on additional options at the very bottom now. Up to preference, you can toggle legacy interface skin. This just makes it brown. Before we finally go into interface setup, you can turn on legacy interface mode. This mimics the interface of old school. I don't really recommend it, as it can be very limiting since your interface can only show one tab at a time, but if you're happy with this, you're done with the setup. For quickly setting up our interface, we're going to go to a wiki page in the description of the video. I've been compiling RuneScape interfaces shared by players of different screen resolutions, so you can load them up without needing to spend a long time customizing it. Take a look through the list until you find one that you're happy with, and copy the name of the player. Don't worry if it's not perfect, you can change it later. You can also take the username of any of your favorite content creators and use that instead. Now we're going to press escape, going to edit layout mode, and type or paste the name of the player to import their interface. Click one of the options to load it, most likely the second button. If it doesn't look broken or has menus out of place, click the Save Layout dropdown, select option 1, and confirm. Then, save and quit, and confirm again. If the layout does look broken, try a different option, or a different player. And congratulations, you're done with the setup. For further customization, you can lock or unlock the screen by clicking the lock button in the ribbon bar. Unlocking it allows you to drag every window in your screen so you can move or resize them. You can open new windows from the ribbon bar, and move them into or out of other windows to group them. Windows that aren't always visible, like the area loot interface, the buff bar, NPC dialog, or the game view, can be moved by pressing escape, edit layout, advanced options. You can check the options to show them, and then edit their position. After you make changes to your layout, don't forget to open the edit layout screen again, and save over your preset. Yes, you need to confirm twice. As a bonus, here's some cool customization for you. You can right-click the globe button by the minimap and go into Skyboxes. Here you can change the lighting and atmosphere of wherever you are. In the same menu under the globe button, you can toggle high contrast mode, which highlights most interactable objects and entities close to your player. I'm working on adding more interface layouts to the wiki page, so if there aren't any that work for your resolution, leave a comment and I might be able to help. Keep in mind players can also change or adjust their interface over time, so if it doesn't look exactly the same, that could be why. That is all, and thank you very much for watching.